Hey, it's John and Mike, brew-shoes.com. It's like week 3. I'm wearing the same shirt. I've still got the hat on because, you know, we're stuck here. I'm glad we still have electricity, to be honest with you.
It's still blizzard town.
It's still blizzard town.
3 weeks in a row.
Hey. Or it's all the same day and we're just spreading it out over 3 weeks. You be the judge.
Never mind the man behind the curtain.
That's right. Beer swap again. Same team. This guy's name's Corey, and he made a black IPA, as you can see probably by looking at that pint glass. So let's go through what he sent over. This was also a 10-gallon batch. The original gravity was 1074. Final gravity was 1012. The ABV is 8.2%. And then IBU is 69.5. The grain bill is fairly intricate. Let's go through it all. So 33.3% Maris Otter Pale Malt, 33.3% Two-Row Pale Malt, 7.4% Munich Malt, 7.4 Flake Barley, 7.4 Carafa 3. Sorry, I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. 7.4 Rye Malt. And then 3.7 Midnight Roasted Wheat, which I've always wanted to use.
Yeah.
Super cool. Okay, for hops, you have 3 ounces of Amarillo, 9.2 alphas, 20 minutes left to go in the boil. 3 ounces of Citra, 12% alpha acids, at 20 minutes left to the boil. 1 ounce of Amarillo, that is also at 9.2%. He dry hop for 3 days. 1 ounce of Citra, 12%, dry hop for 3 days. He had 2 Whirlflock tablets, 15 minutes left to go in the boil. And then he used 2 packages of California Ale yeast, White Labs WLP001. 2 liters yeast starter, just like Chris did, on a stir plate. He batch barred, fermented for 10 days, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, cold crash 40 degrees for 5 days. And then transferred to kegs, carbonated for 1 week in the keg. And that's what we have here, packaged in the bottle and shipped across from Indiana to Massachusetts. And that's what we're enjoying right now. Wow.
Yeah.
Some nice hop aromas off the nose. The appearance is jet black with, what would you say, like a toffee-colored head?
Toffee-colored, tan, yep.
Head. Very nice, fairly persistent, nice lacing.
Yep.
And I don't know. I'll
have to say that, so black IPA is not like a preferred style of mine.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that before.
But
like roasty malts and a lot of hops.
At least
not always a great.
Doesn't work for me. But
not a great combo.
But if I was going to drink black IPA, I think I would drink this one. There's definitely a fruity hop aroma to it, a subtle. To me, it's a mild hop.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a fruity hop presence there. The malt character is sort of subdued in the aroma. I don't get an extreme amount of roast, which is, you're not supposed to get a lot of roast in a black IPA, despite the amount of roasted malts in here. I think that's interesting that it's well restrained. It is jet black. I mean, I keep holding up to the light because I even on the edges of the glass I can't see through it. So, I mean, it is black IPA. But then on the flavor, the first thing I'm thinking about as an IPA is how much bitterness is this going to be. Even though it's almost 70 IBUs, it's not really very bitter.
It's all that late hopping.
Yeah, and so the first hop addition is at 20 minutes. So it's like a late hop bursting approach. And I think it sort of works for me as far as being.
I think that's why it's so drinkable, because that bitterness that's associated with IPAs of days of old is not here in this beer.
Yep. The body is like medium to almost medium high. Yeah. A little bit more body than I think I'd like to have in a black IPA. But I wouldn't. I still think it tastes fairly dry. It's not bone dry, but it's drier than I would expect for all these malts in here. There's no caramel or crystal malt in here, so that's helping out that dryness. And then that little bit of Munich in there is probably what is giving it a pretty good malt happiness in my mouth, right? Black IPA, I'm not 100% familiar with it. I almost wonder if some of those characters are a little bit too much. Should it be drier? Should it be crisper? I'm not sure, but as far as a drinking this beer, regardless of what label you want to put on it,
Yep.
I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's pretty well balanced.
Very happy with this.
Can you taste Amarillo and Citra in here?
I can taste citrus-based hops.
Yeah.
I think Amarillo is supposed to be a little orangey, and
Yeah.
I'm picking that up. You know, Citra is more has citrus notes, but like tropical fruit, and I'm getting that off the nose. Yeah,
I get a little bit of it on the back end, like the aftertaste. I'm getting a little bit of like a pineapple or a tangerine in there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I wouldn't classify this as a classic West Coast black IPA. This is almost like trying to push itself into a fruity black IPA thing.
No,
right?
I love it.
It's very interesting. It's well brewed. I think that the yeast character is where it should be as 001 American Ale yeast. I mean, it's pretty good. I like it. It's decent. I wonder if I'm thinking about the last beer we had, and I'm just wondering if like this one doesn't actually say that it was filtered, which maybe because it's jet black,
really
they figured
need to
we're
filter
not going to
that.
filter it. But I wonder if that's why I can't get any light through it, if there is some haze in there, right?
Possibly.
You know?
Yeah.
But not that it matters.
Yeah,
It's totally
I'm not
fine.
getting any like ruby notes like
Just
they say. Yeah.
Coming from the same brew house, I'm just asking the question. I'm just wondering, you know.
And that's what we do. We ask the question.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit of toast on the aroma as it's warmed up a little bit. But again, not a lot, and that's what black IPA should be. It should be like an IPA. If you were blindfolded, you'd be like, oh, this tastes like an IPA, but it's black.
Yes, you wouldn't be able to tell the color of it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Because I don't, you're right. There's not roasting. I don't know. I don't really get a lot of roasty notes. It just comes out.
Something else, I think that the carbonation level is nice here. It could probably stand to have a little bit more carbonation to be within style, but for my palate and the type of beer I want to drink, this is a good level of carbonation.
I agree.
So the act of carbonating in a keg and then transferring it to a bottle, whatever these guys' process is, I think that's working here.
Yep.
And the last beer was that way too, but this is this works for me. Carbonation wise, color wise, you know. I almost wonder if I would characterize this as a an American stout or American porter. Just it's probably the roast isn't robust enough to be a porter, but
I don't think so.
But this is sort of reminiscent at some level to like Rogue Shakespeare stout, which is a little bit more aggressive with like Centennial Cascade, but it reminds me of that a little bit. It's supposed to be in black IPA. You know what? I think this recipe, just as it is, but with like an ounce of Columbus at 60 minutes, would make this scream IPA.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm trying to get at, right?
There you go.
I think I don't want to drink it that way. I want to drink it this way. But if somebody was to ask me what, and you know, when we do these beer swaps, who knows if people really want my commentary? But I think an ounce of like Columbus up front would make this scream IPA.
I think you need to read the black IPA style guidelines and see what that comes out in terms of bitterness. But I agree. I think that for me, drinkable beer, someone who is a style stickler will say, hey, it doesn't have the bitterness of a black IPA, and like demerits for that. But this is a great beer. Appreciate the swap for sure. Thanks, sir.
This could be an everyday drinker. This is good. This is really good.
Yeah. So
cool.
Nice.
All right.
Corey from Indiana, appreciate the beer.
Indiana.
And you know, those brew dudes, they're doing it up very nicely. So thanks. Cheers. Kudos. For John and Mike, brew-dudes.com. Brew on.
Cheers.